Ever wonder why some supplement brands seem to take off while others just exist? Today, I'm diving into something I've never seen anyone else do on YouTube, a complete brand audit for a small business supplement company called Noot. I discovered Noot while searching for heart health supplements for myself, and what caught my eye wasn't just their products, but how differently they approach their market compared to the big players who spend millions on advertising. Now, I'm not affiliated with Noot in any way, and they have no idea I'm making this video. But as someone who's helped over 50 small businesses boost their online presence, I couldn't help but spot some golden opportunities that they're missing. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how a small supplement brand could transform their digital presence and potentially double their sales without spending a fortune on marketing. If you run a small business yourself, you'll walk away with some actionable strategies you can implement today. So let's jump in and see what makes Noot tick and where it could really shine. All right, starting with brand identity. Noot positions itself as a provider of supplements aimed at supporting heart health and overall wellness. Their message emphasizes natural ingredients and scientific backing, with terms like cardio care and heart health appearing prominently. Visually, the brand leans towards a very clean, minimalist design, ample white space, straightforward product images, and simple typography. In terms of target demographics, Noot appears and appeals to adults concerned about cardiovascular health, likely ranging from their 30s to their 60s. So, of course, as we scroll through Noot homepage, you can see there's a ton of great information. Their store is super visually engaging and interesting. It looks like they're using a lot of AI elements. And they really point out the ideas that they have a natural formula. They're vegan, no hormones, they're lab tested and organic, which is really important nowadays. And kind of brings you through this story of how they're connected to nature. They have a really natural kind of vibe on top of having that very clean, clinical look. So I've really liked, honestly, the overall vibe of this. Let's take a look on mobile. So now that we're in mobile, you can see that the overall vibe carries over into the smaller format. The buttons are still really easy to navigate through, and I really like how their organization stays really consistent, even though it is, like I said, in a smaller format. So congratulations to Noot for doing that. All right, now let's check out some of their products. So I'm gonna take a look at their Genius Mushrooms. Love the name, by the way. And I'll make myself a little smaller over here. All right, as you can see, they've got a lot of information on their product page. It is pretty straightforward though in terms of a product image. This may be AI generated, so interesting if they're doing that. The first thing I'm noticing though is that they don't have any sort of reviews on here, so maybe having something there would be great. And having a few more product image instead of the kind of benefit image might be good, so then people understand how big's the pill, is it coated, is it not coated, things like that. I do like how they have the key benefits here. They emphasize their vegan, cruelty-free, and no additives aspect. Great pop-up to have the reminder here. And then it looks like they have some more information about what you are going to get if you have the Genius Mushrooms and some FAQs, which is awesome. In terms of adding it to cart, let's check that out. Great little side pop out here. Love that they have the free shipping. And then let's go ahead and check out. Looks like they're using Shopify, and it's a pretty standard Shopify checkout page. So like the cleanness and consistency there. All right, now let's take a look at their Google Ads. All right, so this is what I found on Ads Transparency. It looks like they are advertising under their own name. Overall, too, it looks like they're running a shopping ad and some search ads here. I think overall, not too bad. I think what they could probably do, though, is have some more emotional calls here. I like that they have the clean nootropics, natural brain boosters. Again, they're really emphasizing this natural aspect, but maybe something about feel confident in your brain health naturally. Things like that could help really speak to the people who are looking for this and why maybe they're looking for it. And now let's move over to their Facebook ads. So it looks like they are running an ad here. And they have a few different angles going. They have a product review and benefits. I think this is great, although visually, if I were to see this on first look, it's kind of okay, what is this? Are these, it looks kind of clinical. So maybe having somebody saying the review instead of just having a written testimonial may help. So basically what we recommend for moving forward is having a more kind of holistic emotional appeal to people through the ads, and then on top of it, trying out a performance max campaign instead of just shopping and search to optimize across all of Google's platforms instead of just two. And now moving into brand identity. So let's go back to the home page, take a look. So overall, I think they have a good look. The thing that they could help really boost their brand to the next level, though, is getting more of a community involvement. So utilizing social media to create like more content about the educational aspects of why you should use adaptogens, nootropics, things like that. Encouraging user-based content, testimonials, talking about how, it maybe improved their performance or their day-to-day life, things like that. And then basically putting that higher up, because they have it kind of towards the bottom. They have some information here, but it was, kind of hidden away. So maybe making that more prevalent through there, that would be great. All right, in summary, Noot World has a very solid foundation with its focus on heart health and clean branding. By enhancing their more emotional storytelling and expanding their advertising strategy, they can better connect with consumers and drive growth. So if you're running a health-focused brand, consider how your messaging and advertising strategies resonate with your audience, and please stay tuned for more brand audits and actionable insights to elevate your online presence.